We have to give thanks to the smoothness of King Charles's coronation, in part of Queen Victoria. You see, hers was the last in a long line of botched ceremonies, and from this, a set of standards was made. When she was born, she stood fifth in line to the throne and an unlikely contender. However, her father, along with his brothers and their heirs, all died before William IV did on June 20th, 1837, leaving Victoria as his next monarch. Victoria was 18 years old at the time, but it is reported that she conducted herself very regally and calmly. Her coronation was held on June 28, 1838, almost a year later. Victoria kept a journal and wrote on her coronation day, "I shall remember this day as the proudest of my life." As it turns out, she had great cause to be proud, since she managed to get through the 5 hours of bungling and mistakes with the grace and patience of a true queen. Victoria's journey to Westminster Abbey was witnessed by an astonishing 400,000 people, since the opening of the railways made it easier for people to reach London. Since the 5-hour ceremony was so long, the Queen changed her outfit twice. When not required before the main altar, Victoria and others would retreat into St. Edward's Chapel. She noted in her journal afterwards just how appalled she was to find it in such a state. It was more unlike a chapel than anything she had ever seen, for what was called an altar was covered with sandwiches, bottles of wine, etc. When it was time to put the ring on her finger, the Archbishop put it on the wrong one. The ring was sized for Victoria's pinky, but the Archbishop tried to force it onto her 4th finger. According to Carolyn Harris, a Toronto-based royal historian, poor Victoria really struggled to get the ring off after the ceremony and was forced to soak her hand in ice water to try and reduce the swelling. The Bishop of Durham apparently didn't do much better, since he gave her the ceremonial orb at the wrong moment, but the clergyman to make the gravest mistake had to be the Bishop of Bath and Wells, who accidentally turned over 2 pages of the order of service at once. Unfortunately, it was quite a crucial bit that he missed, forcing him to call Victoria back so that he could do it again properly. Finally, there was Lord Rolle. The 88-year-old man actually rolled down the steps while on his way to kiss the Queen's hand. Yes, they even made a painting and a poem about it. Then the trumpets rang and the organ playing, and the sweet trombones with their silver tones, but Lord Rolle was rolling. 'Twas might consoling to think his lordship did not break his bones. You know what they say, one person's trash is another person's treasure. Queen Victoria succeeded in this, as she instead stepped down to meet Lord Rolle for him to do his duty. She said, "May I not get up and meet him?" This moment was met with great success for her reputation as a person of kindness, good nature, and dignity, which makes her so admirable and endearing to those around her. As for her appearance, Queen Victoria was either considered very pretty in her youth. Her sweet round face was very fashionable and set the standard for early Victorian beauty, or she was short and plain with the receding chin of George III and typical Hanoverian features. Either way, it was her decorum and dignity that Queen Victoria early on displayed that made her popular and, in the eyes of the people, a beautiful queen, because she was in marked contrast to that of her profligate Hanoverian uncles. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You can check out the rest of Queen Victoria's paintings come to life from young to old in my previous video. Subscribe for more recreations. Use your subscriptions to help this channel grow. It allows me to continue making more content for you. Let me know in the comments who you want to see next. I do make a list of all your suggestions, and I'll see you in the next one.